So I guess I'll try and move the camera a little closer so I can operate the control system. You can see how this kind of works. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad because it's a really nice crisp screen in person. I can't really do it justice with a webcam. Here we have our chamber light, and that's a nice LED light. We have this speaker icon. Right now we have the alarms turned off just in case, we're working on this video, it doesn't ring our ears. As you see, there's a lot of nice icons that use not only text but a pictorial, so it should be very easy to use if you hadn't had time to take a look at the manual. If you are wondering what an icon is, you can actually go to the help menu, and the help menu will actually have an explanation for every single icon in the system, and it's very easy to use. So we don't want you to throw out the manual, but if you do, you should be able to figure everything out from that screen. So a feature that we get a lot of questions about is our patented inventory management system to help reduce the wastage of blood platelets. This is how you use it. You would actually hit the inventory button and then press the shelf that you would be placing the bags on, whether it's the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, fifth one, or sixth one. We'll put it on the first one, and let's say we're going to add 2 random bags to it, and the expiration is going to be on the 20th. So when we hit that check mark, it actually starts a timer for those bags, and they will expire then at 12 a.m. on the 20th. It actually has it right here in the bags. And you can see this shelf is already yellow because it's getting closer to that date. And all these times are actually configurable, but it's supposed to give you a very nice view. So for comparison's sake, we'll add another bag to the second shelf, and we'll increase that by 3 days, 4 days. Now if you go back into the inventory screen, you can see, okay, shelf number 2 has 1 bag, but there's a lot of time before the expiration, and shelf number 1 has 2 bags, and there's a little bit time. Now as these countdown timers click down, they will turn red and then flashing red when they expire. And all of this is in an effort to better maintain the inventory so that there isn't any wastage, because blood products are very expensive. We wanted to do our best job in trying to help eliminate waste in a blood bank. So that's the inventory management system. The event log actually logs all the events of the system. So it can log all the door closes, the opens, when an alarm was cleared, when there was an alarm, when the system powered down. And this entire log can be downloaded to this USB port, or it can be printed out to the thermal printer. I'm just going to swing the camera over there. I'm going to print out an example so you can see what it looks like. Let's just check the amount of information it'll print out. So you can print out anything from 1 day to 30 days on this paper. Since I don't want to waste too much paper, I'll do 3 days for the events, and I'll print it out. Now it says it's printing. Now it only prints out the most important alarms. It doesn't tell you every time the door is opened or the door is closed. But here it had a high temperature alarm at 4:19, and then that alarm was cleared. So then you can write your comments here about what happened there. This unit wasn't testing, that's why I had a high temperature alarm. So that's how we do that. Now if you're curious about printing out temperature logs, we can actually go back out to home, go to the temperature log. We have a very nice graph of the actual temperature log, and you can change the x-axis to however many days that you want. So we can print out this as well for 3 days. And right now the thermal printer's printing nice and quiet. So as you can see, here is the graph of the printer. You can see we're kind of towards the end of this printer paper. That's why we have that red streak on there. But it's a nice high resolution graph right at 22 degrees. You can see where we had our alarm out here. And that's it. There's an area to write comments. but it's just a very quick and easy way to print out that data so you can store it for your quality requirements. So I'm going to swing the camera back over to the screen. I hope everyone can see that. Let me try and raise the camera up a little bit more. Hopefully that gets rid of some of the glare. I think I went through most of the stuff on the home screen. This little icon shows you that it is cooling to maintain that temperature of 22 degrees. The set point is displayed right here, and the time and the date are displayed right there. If you do want to change the set point or change some advanced configuration, all of that is behind in the setup menu, which is password protected. The default password is 1234. You can change this, obviously. And now we see we have a nice array of icons that you can configure. So this is how you would change the password. This is how you would increase or decrease the set point. This is how you would check your calibration. This is how you set your high-low temperature alarms. This is how you would turn off or on the speaker on the system for all the alarms. This is how you would configure your inventory management system if you want it to turn on the red color at a certain amount. That's how you would do it. It has a pretty good default mode from the factory as far as when it turns red, when it turns green, when it turns yellow. If you wanted to download the complete event log, this icon is for setting the time and date. This is for configuring any type of communication with a building maintenance network. And then this is how you power down the unit. Because there's a lot of alarms in this system, you don't just want to shut the power off, because what will happen, it will go on battery backup. And if it goes on battery backup, then it'll drain the battery. By shutting it down properly, you won't drain that battery backup on. And if you did want to reset the entire unit, if something got messed up in the settings and you just wanted to go back to factory default, you can go right there to the factory reset.